Hi, this is the Jake Leno Show, starring me, Jake Leno, your host for the night. Tonight we have a special guest, Peyton Manning.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning. Hi, I'm Peyton Manning. I'm so happy to be here with you, Jake.
Yeah. I'm going to cut right to the chase. First question. What was your childhood like? Your brothers and your amazing dad, Archie Manning.
Well, first of all, Archie was such an amazing football player, but unfortunately, his NFL teams didn't do so well. Some nights, Archie would come home and ignore the fact that he had just played in a game because his team got crushed. My brothers and I loved to play football as kids. They are what made me what I am today.
Sounds like you and your brothers got along well. From there, how did your high school go for you?
Newman was a great school for me. It was a beautiful school that I'm proud to have attended. Cooper and I played together on the high school team where we were both stars. Me as quarterback and him as receiver. We were a dynamic duo. A lot of people would say Manning to Manning for the touchdown.
You obviously turned out so good, just like you were in high school. But what happened to Cooper?
He was a great receiver for me, and I think he would have went pro if he hadn't suffered a career-ending injury at the end of school right before college. Cooper has always been an inspiration for me. He told me to carry on the Manning legacy that has been set for us. He also said to live the NFL dream for him. I'll always keep him in my heart.
Wow, I think I'm going to cry. Woo. Okay, moving on. How did you come to your decision to go to Tennessee, and how did it work out for you?
I decided to go to Tennessee because at the time, they were a pass-first offense and a top school in football. Although it was the rival college of my parents, they were supportive.
So, how was college? Did it work out the way you planned?
Although I did not start from the beginning, the cards fell the way they did, and it ended up being a great experience. I threw for great stats in my college career and was heavily recruited by NFL scouts. Tennessee really put me in a position that I was hoping to be in. I loved the coach and I always felt relaxed with him. We had a great relationship. I decided to complete all 4 years of college and then enter the draft.
Wow, that's really great. After the break, we will hear about your NFL life. Now a word from your sponsor.
I'm Peyton Manning and I use Old Spice for my smelliest games.
Hey, Peyton. I'm a teenage boy, but I want to be as cool, but I smell bad and no teenage girls like me.
Well, that's not a problem with Old Spice. All you do is spray some on.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
And you can be as cool as me.
Yeah.
Now I'm as cool as you, man.
Not quite. Old Spice, get your swagger on.
And we're back now, live, with Peyton Manning. You look different.
I didn't change at all.
Sure. Next question. So, Peyton, when you entered the draft, how did you feel? Were you nervous?
Well, Jake, I was pretty nervous going into the draft, but unlike many other players, I was pretty much guaranteed to be a first-round pick in the draft. The first pick in the draft was either going to be me or Ryan Leaf, another very talented quarterback. With the first pick in the draft, the Colts selected me and never looked back.
Well, you seem very fortunate to have been selected as the first pick in the draft. Well, we all know your brother Eli was selected first overall as well. What is it like having him in the league? Are games against him more intense?
It is nice having my brother in the league, and I'm very proud of him. I was especially proud of him in 2008 when he won his first Super Bowl over the undefeated Patriots. And games against him are no different than any other ones. My goal is to just go out there and win for my team.
Alright, enough about Eli. Do you still consider Indianapolis your home?
Of course I do, and I always will. They are the team that drafted me, and the fans always stuck by me and got me to where I am now.
Well, with what you said, were you disappointed about going to the Broncos?
Well, Jake, I pretty much had no choice because the Colts released me and I had to go to a new team. I was a little disappointed that I had to leave Indianapolis, but the fans in Denver are equally supportive, and all the staff and players were helpful with my recovery from neck surgery. Hopefully, I can win a Super Bowl with them.
Wow, that's great. But you had so many close matches. What was your favorite moment of your NFL career so far?
My favorite moment? Wow. It would have to be when I won my first Super Bowl. I feel like I silenced all the critics that said I couldn't win the big one. I beat the Patriots in the playoffs, and they are my biggest rival. So getting there was pretty sweet, too. The next couple seasons, I felt a lot more relaxed. I felt like I won for me, Tony Dungy, my coach, and the city of Indianapolis.
And that's all the time we have, folks. Thanks, Peyton. Tune in tomorrow to see Peyton's brother, Eli. This is the Jake Leno Show. Thank you and good night.